Alright, thanks everyone for resubscribing. I'm just a battle here against Chris. I lead with my Starmie and he leads with Metagross. I just trick it to get an item. It gets an Ochre Berry, which doesn't really help me, but I can trick it again. I need to have to switch after using Stealth Rock. So Clefable comes in and I give that the Ochre Berry and take the leftovers. And I go into my Hitmontop. This is one of the older teams I used to use. So I decided to use it again just to until I find a team. Close combat does about half to Metagross, which is really nice. And I have to go out and I go into Bronzong knowing he can't touch it. And Earthquake misses, so I'm just going to set down the rocks. And Scizor comes in, and I'm expecting the U-turn, so I'll just go back into I'll go into my Weezing to wall it. Not sure what will come out. And it's Metagross that comes out. And I knew you'd be going for the explosion or else you wouldn't bring it into Weezing. So I go into Bronzong thinking I could wall it pretty well, pretty good. But it does a lot more damage than I thought it would. A lot more. And while Metagross is gone, it was sort of dead weight to him. Whereas my Bronzong could have been useful. But I just let it die now. Hitmontop comes in. Fake Out's sort of useless because it doesn't do anything. But the Mach Punch will just come in and KO me. So at this point it was pretty even. I wasn't sure. I thought I did pretty well at the start, especially since I haven't battled in a while. So he spins and I go for Will-O-Wisp. And he goes out to shoot Porygon Z. And I go for the Pain Split. And this Porygon Z was going to be a real pain. I could tell if it got in a sweep, it could be a real pain because I didn't really have anything that could stop it. So I go into Starmie just as death fodder, just because I don't have my Bronzong, and Starmie dies. Faints. So I bring in Hitmontop, and I thought he'd switch out here. I don't know why he stayed in because that Porygon Z was a real threat. The Fake Out gets a crit, which really doesn't matter. I just go for the Mach Punch and KO it. It could have really caused me a lot of trouble. But, you know, it was good for me that he didn't decide to go out. And Scizor comes in, and I know, well, I don't want to switch into Weezing, because then they've got the front foot. So I just go for the Mach Punch. And I'm willing to let my Hitmontop faint here. And that Hitmontop comes in, and the Fake Out KOs me. At this point, the battle was still pretty even. Like, they were ahead, Poke-wise. But Raikou comes in and Thunderbolt will definitely KO Hitmontop. So at this point I didn't know that we were actually down 3-4 at that stage, and so Clefable comes in and I thought, oh, I'm stuffed here because I know Clefable will just stall me out and recover health. So I decided to go for the Carmine just in case I went for the Soft Boiled, and it did, which was nice. So I go for the Thunderbolt here, and it does over half, which is really good, which really helps. And the Seismic Toss just KOs Raikou, and I decide I'll just bring in Heracross now. I think I might be able to even sweep here, because there was Clefable, Scizor, and something I didn't know yet. So I KO Clefable with close combat, and the Infinite comes in. I don't know why he didn't bring in Scizor first. He probably would have won if he had brought Scizor first, but he goes for Infernape, and Choice Scarf, Heracross outspeeds and KOs. So it's just the Scizor, and I've got Weezing, so I'm just going to let my Heracross faint here, and I'll bring in Weezing to take out Scizor, and that is pretty much a good game. Thanks for watching, guys. I haven't had a battle in a long time. Trying to think of a new team, but I haven't really thought of anything yet, so I just used this old one. And tell me what you think, subscribe guys, and I'm out. See ya.